Hey there, everybody.
Dire team
This is
ban.
Hive, and today I have with me my good friend Teprac.
Hello.
We're going to be watching another team matchmaking captain's mode game. Um, I already told Teprac while we were waiting that I expect the second pick team to ban out Batrider and Nyx, and they already proved me wrong.
Radiant team ban.
They already proved me wrong, but at least they got banned.
Dire team
My guess,
ban.
maybe a Darkseer, maybe a Keeper of the Light. That's all I got. I'm not picking any others.
You're already 2 for 2.
Yeah. Any any heroes you expect to see coming up in this game?
I'm not really familiar with any of the players, and I mean, they're clearly on top
10
of the,
seconds remaining.
I don't know, the banning meta.
5
That's
seconds
true.
remaining.
Yeah, they've banned out those two important heroes. My guess
Reserve
is
time.
that we're not going to see Magnus banned out, and I think he's going to make it in on one of these teams. He's just one
You
of
know,
those
I
heroes.
also
Go
I,
ahead.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Visage will
Radiant
not make the
team
bans.
ban.
You don't think so? I think you might be right. Right alongside of Meepo. Oh, look at that. Isilor and Darkseer.
Dire team pick.
Now, I'm curious, what made you say Isilor? Has he been banned recently?
Yeah, he's been really popular in the tri-lane pickup simply because he can, pump that lane full of mana, as well as he's really good at farming up stacked creep camps. And then there's
Radiant
Undying.
team pick.
I mean, he would have been next on the ban list, I suppose.
Hmm.
But so far, this is, looking like every other professional or what have you game. Got somebody saying goodnight to me right now.
Yeah.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Magnus made it
Hey.
in.
Radiant team pick.
Maybe a
10
Phantom
seconds
Lancer.
remaining.
I don't know. Some kind of carry gonna come out. The thing about Undying is that he
5
just
seconds remaining.
dismantles tri lanes so well.
Yeah, well, hopefully
Reserve
Dystopia
time.
does not make that mistake.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe they'll end up doing a solo in their safe lane to kind of, think ahead of where Not So Genius is going with their current pick. We'll have to see.
So where would you run Magnus? What lane?
Uh, well, it's kind of difficult to say. Uh, Either mid or in that solo safe lane that he might have to face up against Undying. If Not So Genius is hoping to put Undying in an offensive tri lane, I think having just a solo Magnus there would probably be their best choice. We're gonna have to see where they go from here. Jakiro, solid pick.
Dire team pick.
Definitely. That ice path, brutal in team fights.
It really is, and ever since it got buffed up, man, what a turnaround for that hero, in my opinion.
Seems like he should combo really well with reverse polarity as well.
That's very true. Just if you see a mag get a nice RP off, drop an ice path, oof. Definitely some good
Radiant
pickups by
team
Not So
pick.
Genius.
I'm going to say at this point that they're not going to be running a tri-lane.
Okay. We'll have to see. Are they going to put Rubik mid, or is he going to play more of the support role? We will have to wait and find out.
Yeah, I don't really like Rubik mid. For some reason, he just doesn't feel like he
10
makes the best
seconds
use of the
remaining.
lane.
I understand. He's kind of, when
Luna.
you put somebody, Luna pickup.
Dire team
Hmm.
ban.
I still think it might be a good idea to put an offensive tri lane for Dystopia.
Ah,
Yeah, I think.
for Dystopia.
Mhm.
Okay.
So put the Magnus
Radiant
on that
team
safe
ban.
lane, Jakiro, Luna, and somebody else on the top. See how that goes out. Goes on. Because Dystopia is Radiant, right? And then Not So Genius is Dire.
I believe so.
Okay, just making sure. Not sure why the Bounty Hunter pickup or ban. I really don't see Dystopia going that way. Okay.
Whoa.
Dystopia's banning
Dire
out
team
their
ban.
the enemy's mid lane heroes, so that tells me they're thinking about that lane a lot.
Yeah.
And then the Syllabear ban out. Tidehunter,
Radiant
you know,
team
it's so
ban.
crazy. I mean, I guess there's only 4 bans in the initial phase, but you always see Magnus picked up with Tidehunter banned out. I guess that makes sense, because you're gonna want to pick that
Dire
Magnus in the
team
first pick
pick.
phase. Where will they go from here? We shall see. Will it be a tri-lane or not? I really think that when they picked that Undying, they wanted to put him in a defensive tri-lane,
Radiant team pick.
or some sort of tri-lane. But we'll see. Venomancer. Man, if you put Rubik, Lifestealer, and Venomancer together, that could be really nasty.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
interested to see where they're going to go with this team.
I'm thinking Undying is going to be in the off lane. Tri-lane top for
10 seconds
Dire,
remaining.
and then they're still going to pick up their mid. And that's, I think Dystopia probably already
5
saw that, and that's
seconds
why they banned out
remaining.
all those mid heroes. If they lane it like I have been
Reserve
saying they
time.
should, Dystopia does, then they'll put Magnus in the safe lane solo, and they'll be up against. It'll be 1v1 Undying versus Magnus, which
Dire
will go
team
fine for
pick.
Magnus, I think.
Definitely.
And then a Shadow Demon pickup, which just kind of enforces the thought that they want to go for a tri-lane. Because the, what's it called, Disrupt, followed by Ice Path,
Yeah.
gonna be kind of nasty. So far, both of these teams seem very capable. Nobody's really completely outpicked anybody yet, I feel.
10 seconds remaining.
And maybe it won't happen, so we'll have to see. Hopefully we'll have a really
5
close game.
seconds remaining.
Really packed full of energy and excitement.
Reserve time.
Maybe not as long as the last game, so that I'm not dying towards the end, but we'll see. Not So Genius has a minute, 6 seconds left of their reserve time, and are they going to sit there and use all of it? Just going to make Dystopia wait in anticipation. Who are they going to pick? Dystopia still needs a mid unless they're going to put that mag mid, which I don't think they will. I don't know why, but I just don't think they will. Maybe I'm letting my personal Magnus preferences for lanes cloud my vision. So, any ideas of who you'd pick up for a mid lane for Dystopia at least?
I've really been running that through my head, and no one is jumping out at me.
Yeah, it seems like both the mid positions are open for the teams, both teams.
Beastmaster.
Interesting.
Huh.
Radiant team pick.
So, wow, that kind of mixes up everything I had thought, I think.
Yeah.
s-
They might run Beast mid.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
he's
might.
a capable
He definitely is.
mid hero.
And getting that early roar is very powerful.
Yeah.
10
to
seconds
see.
remaining.
So now if Dystopia just picks any sort of ranged hero,
5
essentially,
seconds remaining.
for mid,
Reserve time.
it's so hard to think once all the main common heroes get picked up. So hard to think, who's available, who's actually viable for a team composition like this. Brewmaster.
Okay. I like that last pickup, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brew can make a really solid mid,
that's true.
and if he's up against Beastmaster, he shouldn't have any problems last hitting.
That's true. That's actually, I wonder if that's what they, intended. Or possibly will they put the Luna mid and stick the Brewmaster with the tri-lane. We will see.
She'll have to see.
Yeah, very curious. Like I was saying before, both of these teams seem pretty well rounded, I'd say. So, no facepalm picks, which is what I would hope at the competitive team matchmaking level. We unfortunately don't know exactly these players' skill levels, but we can only assume that since it's 5v5, hopefully they're going to have some sort of cohesion as a unit. Looks like we got a bit of a pause going on here. So let's analyze the game. Who's ahead at this point? Let's look at the CS. We have no items yet on the Dire. A courier has been purchased by Shadow Demon, so I'm going to give the edge to the Radiant at this point. Got this, is that from the defense, that crazy Drake courier?
I think that was added in the last patch.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's a tournament, and if you watch more games of the tournament, it ends up making it glow more. It like gives it a custom, unusual effect.
Really?
Yeah.
I had not heard that. That actually is pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a new direction they're taking with tournament tickets by like attaching couriers and items that are have special effects, which is a great way to promote tournaments, I think.
Yeah, and the whole random drops while watching seems pretty nice. Some of those tournament tagged couriers can go for quite a bit of keys.
All right, so it looks like we have a
30
tri-lane,
seconds to
a
battle.
offensive tri-lane for the Dire, which I was not expecting. Got 3 heroes moving towards mid. Looks like it is going to be... Oh, wow. I totally misjudged these lanes. Magnus mid, Luna solo bot, and then most likely the tri-lane with Brew on top. Looks like there's a...
Luna solo
The battle begins.
Yeah.
going to have a hard time against those 3 heroes, I think.
I think you're completely correct.
She just doesn't have the range and the life. Like, her base life is one of the lowest in the game.
Yeah, so especially once the decays start coming up, what can you hope to do at that point? A single Gale, and she's just done. A Gale, a single decay at this point.
All right, we've got a possible first blood situation mid with 2 invis heroes.
They're going down on Rubik, dropping the ice path,
ice.
but it misses. What does Magnus have? He's got Skewer. Is he going to be able to hit it? They're chasing after. Skewer goes down, not enough.
That's too short. Not
enough.
That level 1 skewer just doesn't have the range.
It really doesn't. Going back down to Luna here at the bottom. She's facing off against this tri-lane. Seems to be doing pretty solid so far. Unfortunately, Venomancer are not able to take advantage of that early DD they picked up bottom. Tri-lane on top, or excuse me, the solo lane on top. Looks like it's going pretty even. Seems the 2 heroes that tried to gank mid are just going to rotate down bottom to help cover
Dire's
Luna.
middle tower is
Look at her
under
life,
attack.
340. She's got 2 decays on.
Jesus.
Oh, the Gale's coming out. Here comes the tower dive. I think Lifestealer definitely.
Well, you know, that was a surprising surprising first blood.
Right.
Who would have thought?
Are they going to be able to pick up the constellation kill? Nope. Undying drops the salve. Is able to regen as he stumbles away. Yep, you called it, man. That Luna, she just does not have the life to,
No,
to
and
face
with
that.
the decay, I wasn't even thinking of that factored in. Man,
And slows for days, and she has no escape mechanism. Well, it looks like the other 2 members of Dystopia are coming to back her up. Let's see. Last hits. Alright, looks like... Oh no, I have that. Alright, top lane is almost completely even for last hits. And Nate's is leading, Lifestealer's leading the bottom lane for last hits.
and although it wasn't mid, we can note that Beastmaster and Brewmaster are fighting for who is the best master.
That is true. I'm gonna go with Brew, just because that's up my alley.
Now looks like Beastmaster is stacking, which is always a wise move for him.
Definitely. Is he gonna go for the Soul Ring? I think it would be a good choice in a lane that's kind of that passive. The extra mana and health regen can always come in handy for a hero like Beastmaster.
Definitely. Gets those constant axes out.
You know what I just noticed is that
Dire's structures are
the Dire
fortified.
does not have a response
Dire's top tower is
for
under attack.
Brew's ultimate. They don't have any sort of goes through magic immunity stun, except for the roar, but you don't want to drop that on one of 3 pandas.
That's, yeah, very good point. We'll see how that plays out.
Looks like Brewmaster's
I
going
think-
for Beastmaster up top. Not enough damage to take him out, but definitely asserting his dominance in the lane.
Yeah, you're right. Right now, Beastmaster is running with no health regen, and Courier seems to be just chilling in base.
Looks like both mid heroes have gotten their bottle. A little bit of fight going down the bottom. The Jason drops. Venomancer drops down. Hero's gonna follow, and it looks like they're gonna pick up the Shadow Demon. It's a consolation prize. Luna made it out, but oof, those 2 kills just gonna feed these guys. And Undying has so much early game presence that to just give him more. Oof.
Yeah,
What is it we used to say? How do you beat Undying? Make the game go 50 minutes upward.
yeah.
Alright, mid lane, nobody's got... Oh, excuse me. Magnus doesn't have anything in his bottle, but Rubik is sporting a DD rune. Definitely probably happy to pick that one up.
Especially as a ranged hero, it can make so much use of
Dire's
it.
top tower is under
They
attack.
seem to be fairly even so far in mid.
I'd say. Which is good for Magnus because once he hits level 6, he definitely starts picking up some momentum. Being that he's a melee hero. A little bit of fight going down on bottom. Looks like Luna might go down. Ice Path coming to save him for just a second. Looks like Undying will go down as well, but that tombstone's up. Towers doesn't really know how to fight that thing. Nake's gonna come in, looking for the
Oh,
open
is
wounds.
Jakiro going to go down here?
Oh, what? What killed him?
Poison picked him off.
Wow. Is Gale gonna come out? Nake's has a rage with no open wounds. That's what he needs if he wants to turn around and fight.
Up top,
Radiant's bottom
Brewmaster
tower
just
is under
ulted. I
attack.
think he's going for Brew Beast. Yep, secures that kill. Back at bottom. It's bloodbath down there.
Yeah, it really is. It's a meat grinder. Undying is now chasing Shadow Demon down, looking for some blood. He went down earlier. Now he wants to punish him, but that salve gonna pop off and heal Shadow Demon back up to full. Man, that decay. Look at Shadow Demon has less than
Radiant's
500
middle
life.
tower is under attack.
It's all that decay is just so nasty, and then takes out the ward bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, looks like Brew is definitely asserting his dominance top. Mid seems to be head to head, and I'm gonna give a slight advantage to NSG, the Dire team's offensive tri-lane, just because they've been able to really dismantle, like I said, the enemy's tri-lane with that Undying. It's just so powerful. Kind of items we got going on here. Nothing really super special yet. Brew went for a arcane boots, which is kind of interesting. Looks like mid's getting delivery. Oh, the reverse polarity's dropped mid. Hero's dual breath. Is this gonna be enough to take him out? Wow!
Poorly
Whoops.
timed disruption there.
Luckily for them.
Doesn't end up mattering.
Yeah, luckily for them, gonna pick up that kill. That would be annoying. There's a open wounds on Luna bottom with tombstone dropped. Looks like she is most likely gonna go down. They canceled their TP coming into that. Now Venomancer's taking tower fire. Definitely gonna go down, but Bruce here doesn't have his ult. Could be in trouble now himself.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice infest there. Oh, but now they're stuck. Venomancer has made them stuck. Doesn't
Dire's
matter.
middle tower is under attack.
Gale going down. Bottom is continuing to be a bloodbath.
Rubik is coming in. Maybe he can add a little bit of weight to his side.
Picks up the Lucent beam. Not sure how helpful that's going to be.
Not very.
Need something like Ice Path. That would be devastating. Or Reverse Polarity, of course. That one's kind of a given. Top lane, Beastmaster is now secured his arcane boots. Looks like Rubik is going back mid.
Rubik just saved himself, most likely, with a nice little pick up and drop of Magnus off the cliff.
Yeah, that was really well done. Looks like Dystopia is going to go ahead and de-ward their jungle bottom, although they did miss the rune ward there. Pretty common ward spot, but you know, you never know which spot it could be at, so it's dangerous de-warding there sometimes. Open Moon's going down on Luna. I don't think anything's going to be able to come from it. Taking a lot of damage there. Disruption goes off, but now that gives time for the Gale. Ooh, not even necessary. Tombstone is down. Looks like he's going to fight in it. Might be a good choice.
Nakes already with the armlet.
Wow, yeah, I saw that armlet toggle. That was really good. Got Brewmaster dropping his ult, so nothing that these guys can really do for the current time. Nice Ice Path. Oh, not actually going to do anything. Venomancer taking some hits to the face. It's once again a bloodbath on bottom. Everybody wants to come hang out here. Now with the arrival of Rubik, it looks like Drew's going to go down. Looks like that came out slightly in the favor of the Dire. Although I'm pretty sure, did Venomancer die early in that fight? And just made it back because it was so long?
I am not
exactly
sure.
Dire's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
either way, came out on top for NSG. Looking pretty solid for them so far. How's the GPM? In favor of Brew. He'll probably be looking to pick up a Blink Dagger here pretty soon. Not really working towards, I guess he's working towards the drum now, since he just picked up that bracer.
times are you gonna miss?
All of the towers are in pretty good condition at the moment. Looks like those might stay up for a few more minutes, at least the tier 1s.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
nobody's been really aggressive anywhere except for bottom, but I don't think anything's really going to happen there yet, like you said. Got a port coming in on mid. Are they going to go for Shadow Demon? Beastmaster has the Roar. With a pickup and Roar, Shadow Demon could definitely go down. Wow, Rubik getting really bold there. Oh, and the reverse polarity on 2. That was I think super sloppy by Dire, but able to survive the hits there. Gale coming in. Probably not gonna have enough to finish off Magnus.
If he can get the axes in there, it's very possible.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, he was dancing around waiting for that cooldown to finish, and it paid off.
It's like Jakiro's
Jakiro. They just going in. Just going in
Drew's
one by one.
Top. Nick's dropping the armlet. Armlet toggle. Wow, look at how low his life goes with that armlet toggle. But now he might be in trouble. Is it enough? No. So close. Don't toggle that armlet. Still has Shadow Poison or Soul Catcher.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I've just got to feel a little sorry for Luna right now.
Yeah.
Sporting 170 gold per minute.
Wow.
Not a good place to be for a carry.
No, definitely not. And not one that kind of boasts that early game power that Luna does. She's kind of one of those heroes that can hit a really great timing where she's just ridiculously powerful with her ult and her damage coming out from that aura, but totally missed that timing due to the excellent tri-lane executed by NSG bottom.
Haste.
Looks like everybody's wandering around, probably looking for another gank on Luna bottom, because why not? She's trapped. Okay, no longer trapped, but now she's really in trouble. Going down again.
0 and 7. She's just... she's feeding too much. She
Yeah.
needs to go to a different lane, jungle, do something.
I agree. But it seems Oh, it seems like Dystopia gonna pick up at least one kill here. Now, at this point, it almost seems like will Brew get fat enough to save everybody else? Taken out Undying, but looks like Magnus might go down. Doesn't have his skewer. Not gonna need it. Could be a double or triple kill even for Brewmaster here. Nyx popped out, got that armlet going. I think nice rage. Wow, look at Shadow Demon. Brew doesn't have that. Oh, look at him, he's catching up, dropping the clap. And another hit. I think Brew might have picked up just two there. Just two kills, but still pretty solid. 4 dead for NSG. Although somebody just poured that in. And once again, the bloodbath continues at bottom. Just gonna dive straight through the tower. That Fade Bolt. Fade Bolt on a bunch of DKs. Ouch.
Yeah, 15 minutes in, tier 1 towers just don't pack the punch.
Nope. Especially versus somebody that's stealing all your strength and run around all beefed up on it. Jakiro needs to be very careful because so much has gone down at that bottom lane. It seems almost suicidal to try to defend that solo. Especially when Nyx, or Lifestealer, is there, who can just rage up and laugh in your ice path. Looks like Luna's gonna take your advice and go ahead and go top. Try and get some farm there. Rubik stealing skewer mid to get away from a Magnus initiation. And looks like they're gonna do a tri-lane bottom now with Brew. Try and you know, salvage what they can from this situation. Luna needs to do some serious utility work in this game to kind of come back. I'm not really sure what she can do or what items she could pick up at this point, but she needs to make herself useful immediately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's like Lifestealer gonna take some damage here. Shakiro's ult goes down, but the Tombstone, reverse polarity on 3, beautiful reverse polarity right on top of the what is it, the macro pyre. That was excellent.
That was beautiful. Magnus has been really on top of his game. I've been impressed with his polarities.
Yeah, he's definitely
really changing the tide.
And picking up just 2
Radiant's top
is
tower
enough to make a
has
difference,
fallen.
but he goes the extra distance, picking up 3. And the great thing is, I mentioned
Dire's
it
bottom
before,
tower is under attack.
that the Dire doesn't have anything to
Radiant's
do through
top
Brew,
tower is under
his
attack.
ultimate, but
Dire's
Radiant,
structures
they
are
have
fortified.
reverse polarity to go right through Rage, which is what just happened. Looks like they're thinking of trading towers.
Dire's
Dire wants to
bottom
pick up
tower is under
the
attack.
top tier 2 tower for the Radiant. Probably gonna happen. Gonna trade for a tier 1 tower of the Dire's. Not exactly the
Dire's
best
bottom
trade for the
tower
Radiant,
has
but
fallen.
at least they're getting something out of it. Shadow Demon gonna go
Radiant's
down
top
here. He
tower
might,
has fallen.
and he does. Looked like Brewmaster dropped his ult bottom. A lot of action going on here.
Radiant's
Nick,
top tower
Lifestealer is
under
chasing
attack.
him. Oh, because he's so low. Excellent choice.
Never touch the stuff.
Brew drops. It seems to
Well,
be a
they
bunch.
threw away any,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, momentum that they had caught up.
Mhm.
Traded a tier 1 for a tier 2 and 3 heroes.
It seems like this game is, and you know, I feel like this happens in a lot of games where it's just a bunch of slight overextensions, and that's how you get those fights that just kind of last on forever. It's, you know, somebody extends too far one way, and then people port
Radiant's
in, and
middle
then the
tower
other
is
way.
under attack.
And I think that's what just happened, and that's why they, like you said, they traded a tier 2 for a tier 1, and then dying 3 times. Looks like a big initiation can go on Magnus. He does have his ult. He's probably going to have to use it. There it is. Is he going to get some TPs? There's one. Shadow Demon's still there, but not going to get there in time. 2 TPs coming in. They already lost Magnus, though, at this point. Oof. Very dangerous to try and do a team fight here, I feel like. Rue doesn't
Yeah,
have his
not
ult.
only that, they poured it into a tier 1 tower with 150 life left.
Looks like they're about to pay the price. Undying taking a lot of damage. There's that Soul Rip. Soul Rip and Decay. Not enough time to drop his ult. Not really going to matter. Macropyre doing massive amounts of damage. But here comes Nyx. Here comes Nyx. Going to just completely clean up. And that's pretty much the result of not having that reverse polarity available for Nyx.
Yeah, if Magnus had been up with his ulti, things could have gone a lot different for them. And like you said, that Macropyre, I was surprised at how much damage that was putting out, and it dropped a few heroes there.
It did. But if it was on top of a reverse polarity of 4 heroes, say, maybe including Nyx, definitely a different story.
Yeah, Nyx getting that last hit on the tower, just
Yeah.
cherry on top.
Probably going to go for a Desolator next. We'll have to wait and see what he picks up.
Dire's
Let's see, what do we got? Force Staff on Rubik. Looks like Venomancer is going for a Scepter. Magnus, what will he go for? Double reverse polarity possibly. Very popular item build. Nothing wrong with it. Shakiro maybe going for a pipe, possibly. Luna going for a BKB. I think that's a good choice because she really needs to not be easily taken out, and a BKB is going to give you that extra survivability.
Interestingly, Chikiro is still running without boots.
That is very interesting. Nake's going to come up and punish him for it. The disruption is there just in time. The team fight going on here. Reverse polarity is there this time, though. Are they going to be able to take advantage of it? Hitting Rubik. Not enough to kill anybody there. And Brewmaster ult. Too little, too late, though, I feel. Undying is to the point where he can probably soul rip himself soon. No, it doesn't even need it.
Mega kill.
And now even Rubik is on a mega kill. Definitely looking in the favor of NSG here. Brewmaster going to go down from the roar. And now they get a free tier 2 tower. Oof.
Yeah, and with that, the momentum just swings more and more in NSG's favor. Right now, they are about 10,000 gold ahead. And while things can swing the other way, it's going to be tough.
Definitely going to take a bit of mental fortitude on the part of Dystopia, I feel. It's so easy for things to go sour and just kind of lose all hope. Macropyre coming out from Hero, looking to do a team fight here, but there's no follow-up. There's no possibility of follow-up. Here comes the Eclipse, but is that going to be enough? Venomancer all going off is going to scare everybody away, and this is pretty much just going to equalize at this point. There is a mech on the side of the Dire though, so they might just fuel up and swing somewhere else. Don't have wards up for Roshan, so they're probably not going to be going there. And looks like things are going to kind of cool off a little bit. Luna getting closer.
Yeah, looks like they might pick off that tower. No, going to back out, forced by the glyph. At this point, we'll just heal up.
Radiant's middle tower
Come back for a little more later.
Nyx is really hurting. Probably gonna go infest a creep or something. Maximize that GPM. I feel like, did I just hear reverse polarity? I did on mid. Rubik going down. Losing, sacrificing that unstoppable streak. Nice little pocket of gold going to Magnus. And you know, I feel like that was a good use of his ult.
It's exactly what I was going to say. I agree completely. You know, sometimes people just hold on to those ultimates, afraid to use them, but they don't do you any good if they're just on cooldown all the time. Or, excuse me, they're available all the time because you're too afraid to use them.
Exactly. And they got to pick up a mega kill, you know? Very nice. That's the kind of thing that they need, is these pickups of people being a little bit sloppy. You know, any mistake that NSG makes at this point, Dystopia needs to capitalize on it. Nate's coming in here trying to pick up this creep wave, but he's kind of surrounded. That is definitely bait, though. Look at the way that his allies are poised, ready to strike. The Hawk is coming up for extra vision, and Dystopia needs to back the hell up at this point. Yeah, NSG is coming in, and there is really nothing that they can do. There's no reason that they are not in their base right now. They're just asking to die.
Beastmaster using the Hawk is very key, I think, to that hero. He's one of the only heroes that can provide that sort of sight advantage, which really adds so much information.
That's kind of an interesting aspect of the hero, that it provides vision as like benefit instead of damage from, say, an aura. Although he does have an aura, but for instance, Dro aura. So it's kind of a neat team benefit that you're just generally smarter because you know where things are.
Yeah, and the information is one of the most powerful assets in Dota. That's the importance of wards.
Looks like they're gonna stop their pushes mid and go for a push on bottom. Good choice. They know they're ahead. They're just gonna go ahead and pick off these free bits of gold that they can get. Increase that gold. Ooh, we're now slightly above 10,000 gold difference. The XP graph shows the same story.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And yeah, the Dystopia is just gonna need some really fortunate turnarounds here. Looks like NSG might go for Roshan pickup. They do have the Sentry Ward, so they could do this. Might want to drop a Venomancer Ward for some vision, but oh, they have the Hawk. They have the Hawk.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, you know, this is smart too, because in Aegis, even though it may not be necessary, it can really make a lane clear a lot cleaner.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
you can let your Nakes be that much more
Roshan has fallen to
ballsy,
the dire.
because he wants, at this point, he really wants them to use everything on him. If they do that, then they have fallen right into his trap card, and they'll pay the price. But will they? What is he picking up next? I feel like he's probably has more money than he's actually. Oh no, he picked up a heart. He picked up a heart. Oof. Looks like things are kind of in a lull right now. The NSG is looking to strike. I mean, it's time for them to take a lane, basically. They've pushed in all the tier 2 towers, and they have an Aegis.
Interestingly, they just smoked. They get a surprise kill or two here, they'll easily be able to take a lane.
Maybe even
start
two.
nailing in the coffin.
Let's see how any buybacks are looking for the Radiant. We only have one buyback right now, and that's Magnus. And if he pops his ult, then a buyback's not really going to do that much if he ends up dying and coming back. So we'll have to see. The Radiant knows they're up to something, and I think that's probably because of this ward that they have here. Oh man, now they are really freaking out. And smartly, NSG doesn't want to force their way up here. They know they're ahead, but they know that they can easily throw away a 5-man wipe here, and possibly even, you know, do it one more time, and then they're on an equal foot. But they're definitely pushing in here. Nate's is going to go ahead and stand as the lightning rod for his team. He's got that heart, so he can just back off, heal up in a couple seconds. Not that he even really needs to, but probably doesn't want to take that much damage for no reason.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Coming in here again, Rubik picked up the shockwave. Looking to just take out the creep wave really quickly. Brewmaster blinking in. His ult is dropped. Where is the reverse polarity? Good timing right now. There it is on 3 heroes, and the macro power to follow up. Nakes is running around, but now he's in an ice tap. They took out everybody except for Nakes first, which is probably what they wanted to do. Although now he's using a him up. It's gonna go down.
Naturally sick.
Not gonna matter. He's got that Aegis. Looks like he infested a creep. Now he's coming out. Brewmaster's gonna go down,
Is under attack.
and that's all she wrote for mid.
Triple kill.
See now, how would that have gone without the Aegis? Actually,
Dire's bottom
hey, look at
tower is
that.
under
He
attack.
still has the Aegis. Did he infest something there?
He did.
I thought he died.
Yeah, it looked like he died, but he did a clutch. He had about 200 HP, and he popped into a creep. Really clutch maneuver, so they didn't even need it.
Radiant's middle
Um,
barracks are under attack.
Well played. That macro pyre plus reverse polarity went about as good as they could have hoped for it. Nate's even got stuck in a ice path in the macro pyre without his
Radiant's
rage
middle
on,
barracks are
and
Radiant's middle
it
barracks
still turned out in their
has
favor. Looks like they'll probably, I don't know if they're gonna be able to take out this range barracks. That would probably be one of those slight overextensions that I was talking about. Rubik might go down here. His push staff is up soon. He's gonna push himself. Not gonna happen.
I think
Looks like Shadow Demons. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
nice disruption.
And Nates may go down here.
Now, if Nyx is all alone here, it's very easy for them to finish him off.
Yeah, and Magnus reverse polarity is gonna be up in 12 seconds. Ooh, double whiff. Although Drunken Haze is gonna be up soon. Throw that down. His blink is gonna be up too. Nice ice path. Are we gonna see the reverse polarity, or are they even gonna need to use it? Roar coming out. I think it would be a good time for an RP. Looks like a good time for an RP. There it is. Even Venomancer's here, but Nate's infesting a creep, and there it is. He is just too much of a beast for the Radiant to handle. Venomancer
Yeah.
one-on-one that Magnus.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
It was looking good for a second. It was looking good for a second. Definitely looks like NSG has really strong grasp on this game right now. They have their boot firmly pressed against Dystopia's throat, and they are pressing down. Will they deliver the death blow here? I think it's very possible. There's a buyback on
Radiant's top
Magnus and
tower is
Luna.
under attack.
Looks like they don't want to use it. Luna's almost up, Magnus isn't up for a little bit. They're gonna sacrifice this tier 3 tower, which almost tells me that they've pretty much
Radiant's
given
top
up at this
tower
point.
has fallen.
Oh wow. Big hit on Shadow Demon there.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I officially deem Nate's out of control.
holy shit.
Looks like the macro power coming down, not really gonna matter. Undying jumping in all alone. He's like, guys, where are you? Is he gonna survive? Wow. That zombie is like, no. My master must live. Looking for the shockwave. That's enough. But the Crypt Keeper comes to collect. And he will collect. And that is going to be the end of the top lane, and possibly the end of the
Barracks are
game.
under attack.
More lives for the Life Stealer.
More lives for the Life Stealer.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Rocking 7,000 gold right now on the Life Stealer. He's got armlet, phase
Radiant's
boots,
top
and a
barracks
heart.
has fallen.
Not a huge fan of a heart on Nyx, to be honest. I feel like you could get something with attack speed or just straight up damage and do a lot
Radiant's
better,
middle
but
tower
that's
is
just me.
under attack.
Luna never made it to her BKB. Poor Luna.
She didn't make it to much of anything at all, did she?
No, she got shut down so hard. And surprise, surprise, Undying was a
Radiant's
member
middle
of the
tower is
tri-lane
under attack.
that shut her down. You know, I think that it would have been wise to have sent Luna mid and have Magnus handle the tri-lane bottom. I think that would have gone a lot better.
Yeah, I agree with that decision.
You know, and have it be that lane that you just know you are not going to get great farm. Just accept that, push it into mid to, you know, early mid, late game, or early mid game or late game, where you can be useful with that reverse polarity. But looks like he wanted mid. They made the bed. and now they're sleeping in it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now it looks like everybody's just kind of doing the game's over. Let's try and kill as many people as possible thing. Although, Rubik getting in kind of a crummy position down there.
Yeah, the problem for them really is Nake's is coming.
Radiant's middle tower
Is that
has
Rubik
fallen.
that is pandas right now? I think it is. So I'd say this is a pretty solid game. Let's take a look at the graph. Looked like it was pretty even up until that 16-minute mark,
Radiant's
where
middle
it started to
tower
curve
has
down
fallen.
into the favor of the Dire.
Radiant's ancient is under
The start for Luna, as we just said, was horrible, and I think that definitely pretty much sacrificed
Radiant's
the
bottom tower is
early
under
game
attack.
potential of Dystopia. But, you know, in the end, I guess that was enough, and they were able to ride off that straight to victory. Nake's just farmed. He didn't even have a Midas.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Some more madness going on bottom. Just waiting for the game to end. So, looks like Ancient's about to go down. I've been Hive.
Victory.
This has been Teprac. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we will see you next time.